जय श्री श्री गुरु गौरांग गांधर्विका गिरिधारी जीव की जय। जय श्री श्री गुरु गौरांग श्री श्री राधा मदन मोहन पंचतत्त्वात्मक श्री गौर हरि की जय। जय श्री श्री गुरु गौरांग श्री श्री राधा नयनाथ जीव की जय। जय श्री गौर नित्यानंद प्रभु की जय। जय श्री जगन्नाथ देव की जय। जय नित्यलीला परिष्ठ ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस तत्र सचिशिला भक्ति वल्लभ तीर्थ गोसाई महाराज की जय। जय नित्यलीला परिष्ठ ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस तत्र सचिशिला भक्ति दैत माधव गोसाई महाराज की जय। जय नित्यलीला परिष्ठ ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस तत्र सचिशिला भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोसाई प्रभुपाद की जय। जय परमहंस शिल गौर किशोर दास बाबा जी महाराज की जय। जय शिशिला सच्चिदानंद भक्ति विनोद ठाकुर की जय। जय वैष्णव सार्वभौम शिल जगन्नाथ दास बाबा जी महाराज की जय। जय श्री रूपानुग गुरुवर की जय। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्री बसदि गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। जय श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपी गोवर्धन वृंदावन श्री राधा कुंद श्याम कुंदात्मक श्री ब्रज मंदिर की जय। जय श्री नवदीप धाम की जय। जय श्री पुरुषोत्तम धाम की जय। जय श्री बलदेव सुभद्रा जगन्नाथ श्री सुदर्शन चक्र जीव की जय। जय श्री वृंदा देवी तुलसी देवी की जय। जय सर्वविघ्न विनाशनकारी श्री नृसिंह देव की जय। जय अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। जय श्री अनंत चतुर्दशी व्रत की जय। जय शिशिला हरिदास ठाकुरेर तिरुवाप्तिथि पूजा महामहोत्सव की जय। जय शिशिला भक्ति विज्ञान भारती गोसाई महाराजेर तिरुवाप्तिथि पूजा महामहोत्सव की जय। जय अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। जय समागत भक्त वृंद की जय। जय श्री हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जय। गौर परमानंदे हरि बोल। वंदेहं श्री गुरो श्रीयुता पादकमला श्री गुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्री रूपं साग्रजातं सहगना रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्ण चैतन्यदेवं श्री राधा कृष्ण पादान् सहगना ललिता श्री विशाखान्वितंश्च जय अनिलो प्रेमधन करुणा प्रचुर हेन प्रभु কথা গেলা আচার্য ঠাকুর কাহা মোর স্বরূপ রূপা কাহা সনাতন কাহা দাস रघुनाथ पतिता पावन काहा मोरो भाता जुगा काहा कबिराज एका काले কথা গেলা গোরানাথারাজ পাশানে কুতিব মাথা anale poshibo Gaurango gu neronidhi kotha gele pabo se sabasangiro sange je koilo bilas se sangana paya kande narotamodas jayanilo premadhana karuna prachur hena prabhu kotha gela Haridas Thakur Jaya Vaishnava Thakur Jaya Vaishnava Thakur Vaishnav Thakur Jaya Vaishnava Thakur Jaya Vaishnava Thakur Jaya Vaishnava Thakur Vaishnav Thakur Jaya Vaishnava Thakur Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shri Vasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shri Vasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shri Vasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shri Vasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ramo 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ramo 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ramo 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ramo 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 Hare Hare Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Today is a very auspicious day, Ananta Caturdashi Vrata. You will find in, I forgot the name, our Gurudev told in one Puran, it is written that on today's day, both men and women, they should worship Ananta Dev, that is Supreme Lord, in the form of snake, 1,000 hoods, and his shesh. He is the last manifestation of Supreme Lord. At the end, he's holding material universes on his hoods. First there is Krishna in Golok Vrindavan, then first expansion Baladev, then first Chatur Vyuha in Dwaraka, Vasudev, Shankarshan, Pradyumna, Aniruddha, then second quadruple manifestation in Vaikuntha, that is Vasudev, Narayan and Mahashankarshan, then Pradyumna and Aniruddha. Then from Mahashankarshan comes this Karanodakashai Mahavishnu, then Garbhodakashai Vishnu, then Kirodakashai Vishnu, and Shesh. Shesh is the last one. We are saying in that pranam mantra of Nityananda Prabhu, Shankarashana Karanatoyashai, Garbhodashai Chapayogdishai, Sheshash Chadashanksha Nityananda Karamo Sharanam Mamastu. All these are all avatars of Nityananda Prabhu, Baladev, Sheshnag. And he is always singing the glories of Supreme Lord with his 1,000 hoods, each hood, each head speaking own Harikatha. All the time singing glories, until now he could not find the end of the glories of Supreme Lord. Constantly speaking, but there is no end to the glories of Supreme Lord because he is unlimited. So generally nowadays in India they think only ladies, they will worship Ananta Dev and they want children and these things, but our Gurudev told that in Shastra it is mentioned that it is for both men and women. Both should worship, and there is a procedure. You have to take kusha grass and put on coconut, one earthen pot and also coconut, and this kusha grass, from this kusha grass you should make one form of a snake. That will be Sheshnag. And then you have to worship with incense, flowers and sandalwood and all this. And if you do this on today's day, then all your sins will be removed and you will get eternal welfare and all kinds of happiness you will get. So this is on today's day, Ananta Caturdashi. Our Srila Sadhu Maharaj, Vrindavan Munger Mandir, he was born on this day, Ananta Caturdashi. That is why his name became Ananta Singh. Today is his Vyasa Puja day. And also, it is the disappearance day of our Srila Bhakti Vijnan Bharati Goswami Maharaj. He appeared in a very high class Brahmin family in Bengal and was very learned. But he came in contact with our Parangurudev and became attracted to the teaching of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And after some time he came to live in the mat. And at the beginning he said I had to adjust myself because I was trained in Brahminical culture. So I would not accept prasad from the hand of any non-Brahmin. So sometimes Parangurudev used to serve him prasad, because Parangurudev was also in Brahmin family. Then gradually he could overcome and understood that in devotional line this is not considered in which family you were born, but devotion is most important point, and it is purifying for everyone. You will find that verse in Bhagavatam. If someone will chant Harinam, then by that he will remove all his prarabdha karma and he becomes eligible to do Vedic sacrifices. Then Jiva Goswami explained, this means that his prarabdha karma of low birth is destroyed, because there it is written, even Chandala, dog eater, if he chants Harinam, then he becomes eligible. So his prarabdha karma is destroyed. This birth. So then he, because he was very qualified, he did all kinds of sevas in the mat, also taking care of cows, and also then, because his profession was for architecture, so he became architect for most of our mats, Chaitanya Gauriya mat, and he would supervise the building, construction, everything. Even for other Maharajas, disciples of Prabhupada, he also helped in this regard, and very quickly and efficiently he was doing. And he also was conducting South India Parikrama, the places where Mahaprabhu visited when traveling in South India. Also in most of the places, Prabhupada Bhakti Thakur put some Padapitas, shrines there. And also in North India Parikrama, then after he got some, for many years he was doing this, then he got some accident, some back problem, something, he fell down or something fell on him while constructing. Then he had to remain in Puri for some time. That time he told, that time I got chance to read scriptures more in detail, like Bhakti Thakur we heard also in Puri. There he was studying, and he served all Prabhupada's disciples as brahmachari and also after as sannyasi, and he became, after the disappearance of Parangurudev, he became General Secretary of our Chaitanya Gauriya Mat. Our Gurudev became Acharya, President. He was General Secretary, second position, and for many years he was serving in this position. And then he became very sick and he wanted to disappear from this world, but Jagannath told, no, you cannot go now. I heard from him, from Maharaj. Then he was traveling in all our mats. When our Gurudev was not traveling so much, he used to go on all these annual functions. This when speaking Harikatha, very high class Harikatha, and also language, also very high. Bengali and Hindi, high standard. And English also he could speak, but he would not speak in meetings, English Harikatha, only in private. There are many recordings. And I also got much of his association. That is great fortune. I could hear his Harikatha, and also he answered so many of my questions. And also I used to assist sometimes for those questions. You know, those recordings are there, Kolkata. And he liked to explain the topic of Brahma Stava, those prayers of Brahma to Krishna when he stole cows. And then after disappearance of Srila Bhaktivedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj, many of his disciples and followers, they used to come to our Gurudev in Kolkata, and there they also met Srila Bharati Goswami Maharaj. So Bharati Maharaj was more available that time for like personal question answer sessions, so many became attracted to him and they started following. He explained all Shastrik, Siddhanta, everything. Then many were following him and they had some programs. So then after so many they wanted to take initiation from him, then he used to send to our Gurudev, because he said, this is not my duty in our mat, this is his duty, so it is not my duty, I am sending you to him. But later on, when our Gurudev started performing illness pastimes, then so many they were inclined to take from Bharati Maharaj. Then he was for some time remaining silent. Then after he thought it necessary that he will also have to give initiations, then that time he left our Chaitanya Gauriya Math, because it is rule, only one acharya in Chaitanya Gauriya Math. But Parangurudev said, if anyone wants to take disciples, he can do so by making his own mission. So that time with his own followers, he made that Vishuddha Chaitanya Vani Kendra mission in Puri, and also he bought in Mayapur, and he was traveling in India preaching, and also he blessed so many foreign devotees also, giving Harinam and Diksha. He was staying in Vrindavan, also many met there. Then on today's day in Faridabad, that mat of Srila Siddhanti Maharaj, he is in charge. He, for some days, he was playing the pastime of illness, but he said, I want to go. So then on today's day, around like 12:30, I think, p.m., noontime, while Kirtan was going on, that time he disappeared from this world. So today is his disappearance day. I got much of his grace throughout my whole visiting India all those years. So now his Samadhi Mandir is there in Mayapur, and today they are making program. Also they are making for Shayan Ekadashi, that is his appearance day. I was last year on Shayan Ekadashi, that his appearance day, I was there in Mayapur. So I am remembering Srila Bharati Goswami Maharaj's lotus feet and bowing down to his lotus feet and praying for his causeless mercy to bestow service of his lotus feet and the lotus feet of his object of worship, Gauranga Mahaprabhu and Radha Krishna. And today main topic is Disappearance Day of Srila Haridas Thakur. He's a personal associate of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Our Gurudev wrote his biography. I cannot read because it is very long. Only I will open in those main topics. So you will find in Gaur Ganodesh Deepika that Richika Muni's son, Brahma Mahatap, became Haridas Thakur, and also Pralat, combined manifestation. And it is written that this Richika Muni's son, he once went to pick tulsi leaves for his father's worship, but he forgot to wash them, because if they fell down or if they are on earth or like this, some dust like this, so always you have to wash tulsi leaves before offering. But he did not, so his father became very upset and he told him, actually you are not fit to be Hindu or Vedic that follower. You are not fit. You are not following the purity standard. So I curse you. You will become a Jaban outside of Vedic. So he became Muslim. but he was great devotee. And our Srila Bhakti Thakur, he explained that Brahma, four-headed Brahma, in our universe, creator, he became Haridas Thakur. In Navadipda Mahatmya he wrote that, when Brahma stole all the calves and cowherd boys, friends from Krishna, and kept them in mountain, then later he understood he did wrong and he surrendered to Krishna. Then Krishna forgave him and blessed him, and Brahma then told so many prayers, very nice prayers we are hearing during Purushottam month. So then this Brahma, he was worshipping Gauranga in Mayapur, Antardvip, in the Jogapit, that is not different from Gokul Mahavan, the birthplace of Krishna, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu there. So he prayed and Mahaprabhu appeared. Then Brahma prayed to him that actually now half my life passed and I committed offense to you when you were doing Krishna Lila due to my false ego. I was thinking I am the creator, I am the highest living entity. I thought that I created that Nanda Maharaj, and from Nanda Maharaj that Krishna came. So how he is Supreme Lord? Like this thinking due to false ego. So I don't want to commit this mistake when you will become Gauranga. So you please bless me that I may take some low birth. Then I will not have any false pride and I will not commit offense to you. I will worship you. Then Mahaprabhu said, yes, you will come in Muslim family. You will be Haridas Thakur and you will be humbler than a blade of grass. And you will always chant Harinam, 3 lakhs Harinam daily, means 300,000 names, or 192 rounds of Mahamantra. So all these are in Haridas Thakur, and he appeared in, here also our Gurudev mentioned that pure devotee may appear in any kind of family, and he will purify that family by devotion. That is purity. And Haridas Thakur took birth in such low family on the order of Supreme Lord to show that this has no significance, what kind of birth, in devotional line. And there are examples also. Hanuman, he is a born monkey, but he is great devotee. Or Prahlad, born in demon family, was great devotee. Like that, Haridas Thakur, a Muslim, but great devotee. He appeared in Burhan village in Kulna in Bangladesh. That time it was all India, East Bengal. And there are some details here in encyclopedia. And from his birth, he was attached to chanting Harinam. Though he was Muslim, but he was chanting Harinam, counting on Mala. And he was elder than Mahaprabhu. Haridas Thakur was 23 years elder than Mahaprabhu. Haridas Thakur already that time he felt some ecstasy when Advaita Acharya and Haridas Thakur, they were together when Mahaprabhu appeared. But that time no one could recognize that Mahaprabhu is Supreme Lord. So Haridas officially joined Mahaprabhu when Mahaprabhu came back from Goa after taking initiation from Ishwar Puripat. That time Haridas Thakur also joined. When the Sankirtan pastime started in Srila Sanganadev, Haridas Thakur was also dancing and chanting loudly. Haridas Thakur was extraordinary personality and major branch of the desire tree of devotion. He would unfailingly chant 300,000 names of the Lord each day. His virtues are unlimited, and I can only give a brief summary here. Advaita Acharya gave him the place of honor at his father's Shraddha ceremony. Haridas Thakur possessed the same qualities as Prahlad, being undisturbed even when being beaten by the Muslims. When he entered the Lord's eternal pastimes, Mahaprabhu danced ecstatically with Haridas Thakur's body in his arms. So there are some Leelas of Haridas Thakur. First he was, when he left his house in Buran, he came to Benapol jungle. There he was chanting Harinam. One cottage, one hut he had, and he was chanting. And people started to give respect to him as a great saint. Then one local zamindar, landowner, he became envious, Ramchandra Khan of Haridas Thakur. Why they are giving him respect? I should get respect. So he made a plan. I will spoil the character or fame of this, he said, pretender. So he called for some prostitutes, and one was very beautiful. She said, I can bring him down. And he said, yes, you go, I will pay you and everything. You bring him down, and then my fame will also spread. So her name was Lakshahira, very beautiful, and she came in the dead of night and with very nice cloth and with all the perfumes, fragrance and ornaments and everything. And she came to Haridas Thakur in the middle of the night and telling, oh Haridas Thakur, you are so beautiful, young man. Which woman in these three worlds could resist you? And speaking so many things and making nice gestures and everything. So you please fulfill my desire. You are Bancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripasinva. You have to fulfill my desire. Then Haridas Thakur understood everything, because pure devotee, they can see everything because their heart is pure. Our Gurudev told, like, if mirror is pure, everything is reflected clearly in that mirror. Like that, in the pure heart of a Vaishnava, everything he can see. So he understood that why this prostitute came. But he became very compassionate to her, because he understood, yes, she is having bad tendencies, sinful tendencies, but she can be rescued. Srila Sridhar Goswami Maharaj explained this way. He understood that she can be rescued by hearing Harinam in 3 days. So he told, yes, I will fulfill your desires. I will fulfill your desire, but I made one vow that in 1 month I will chant that much Harinam. So I did not yet finish, but when I will finish, then I will fulfill your desire. I think maybe I will finish today, maybe. So you can wait here and you hear Harinam, And yes, because she was also Hindu culture, that girl, she also bowed down to Tulsi. Haridas Thakur kept Tulsi. Tulsi is a Vaishnava, a great Vaishnava, Brinda Devi. So Haridas Thakur used to serve her and chant in front of her. So this Lakshahira also gave Dandavat. Then Haridas Thakur was chanting whole night and with great ecstasy. Gurudev said, we are chanting Harinam. Haridas Thakur also chanting Harinam, same Mahamantra, but there is a difference in quality. He is chanting pure name, no offenses, and on pure transcendental platform, and always getting the nectar of Harinam, Pratipadam Purnamrita Swadanam. But same Mahamantra as we chanting. But quality is different. And he would chant 1 lakh loudly, 1 lakh. Our Gurudev told 2 lakhs mentally. Some others say 1 lakh loudly, 1 lakh upankshu means whispering, very little sound, and 1 lakh mentally, chanting Harinam. So this time, this night, he was chanting loudly so that this Lakshahira could hear. Then when the dawn came, she became afraid. Then she just bowed down and went back. Then she reported to Ramchandra. He said he will fulfill my desire, but now he is chanting. He said maybe today he will finish. So you wait, I will bring him down. Then Ramachandra said, okay. Then again next night, and he apologized. I am so sorry. I thought I will finish yesterday, but I could not. But I think maybe today I will finish. So you wait here, you sit and you hear Harinam. After I will fulfill your desire. Again, she bowed down to Tulsi and she was hearing. Again, same thing happened. Haridas Thakur continuously chanting with ecstasy whole night. Then again she had to go in the morning. Then third night again she came. Srila Bhakti Rakshidhara Goswami Maharaj explained that no one can do like him. We cannot play with Maya, but he can because he is of that status. So he even would externally tell her, yes, you stay here, I will fulfill all this. Such spiritual status, power. Then on third night, she was hearing, then her heart changed. And she felt the grace of Haridas Thakur and Harinam, and she regretted. Her heart was purified, and she regretted why she came here for. And she was crying and she was begging for forgiveness to Haridas Thakur. Please forgive me, it is my sin, it is my offense to you, it is not good. Then Haridas Thakur told, already I knew, on first day when you came, I knew about you, why you came. But I was merciful to you because I understood that you can be rescued. So, yes, you should give that money which you earned to Brahmins and temples and Vaishnavas, you distribute, and you cut off your hair, because by this hair you used to attract men, and you take one simple cloth and come here, take bath and come here. Then she did, and he instructed her, he initiated her into Mahamantra chanting. He told her, you stay in this hut and chant Harinam, serve Tulsi, and don't worry about food, anything. You just do Harinam. Then she did, because he is Nama Acharya, he is a guru of Nam. He was giving initiation. into Harinam, not Diksha, because he himself had no Diksha. But by Harinam you will get everything. The Diksha is only to help Harinam, Nam Bhajan, but main thing is Harinam. So he did not even have Diksha, but he was chanting pure name, without offenses, and for the satisfaction of Krishna, with eternal relation with Krishna. So this Lakshahira prostitute, she also became a great Vaishnava, Uttam Vaishnava, only by chanting Harinam. And so many people and other Vaishnavas, they came to her to take her darshan and pray for her grace and bringing food and everything. So here it is proof that Haridas Thakur had higher taste. Like once in Hawaii, one devotee said, how is it that sometimes we see someone is taking the position of pure devotee, like taking sannyas, but then he falls down? Then Gurudev told that is not possible. If someone gets realization of Krishna, that is not possible to fall down. He cannot be attracted. But if not, then it is possible. So Haridas Thakur showed. And also what happened, because of his offense to Haridas Thakur, that Ramchandra Khan, later on, Nityananda Prabhu, he knows everything. He came to his house, like on the way, and again he disrespected Nityananda Prabhu and his associates. He gave them one place in Cowshed, though he had another better place, but he did. Then Nityananda Prabhu became angry because of this offense to Haridas Thakur. Then everything was destroyed for him. Some other Muslims came and they destroyed whole village and his property and everything because of that offense. So we should not commit offense to any Vaishnava, disrespect or give some false accusation or try to harm them, beat them, kill them or something. That is most detrimental. We have to serve the Vaishnavas, then we can get devotion to Krishna. That is best activity. So it is not that always immediately results of offenses will come. It may take some time, but surely that will come. So here Nityananda Prabhu became very angry because of this, and everything was destroyed for him. Then after this incident, he came to stay at Fulia. Last year, I went 2 times to Fulia. When I was going from Mayapur to Kolkata, then first Shantipur, and then Fulia, Haridas Thakur's Bhajan Kutir. That was first time I went. Then again after Kartik with one devotee, we also stopped there. That is very nice place, Fulia. And Haridas Thakur's Bhajan Kutir is there, and they are keeping one that record that all the time Mahamantra is played. Also in Shantipur, in Advaita Acharya's house, there is also one place of Haridas Thakur. There also Mahamantra is all the time recording is going on. So Fulia, there this happened, that Qazi, Muslim ruler, he became angry because many Muslims, they complained against Haridas Thakur. Then Qazi arrested him and told him, why you are chanting the name of Hindu god? You are Muslim. You should say Allahu Akbar. Allah is great. Why you are chanting the name of another god, Hindu god, that is not good, then Haridas Thakur said, God is only one. There is not my God, your God, his God, that God. No, God is only one, Supreme Person, and we all are coming from Him. And how God is inspiring us to worship Him, that is how everyone is worshipping Him. So I am inspired by Him to chant this Krishna name. So I am doing, so where is my fault? But Kazi could not understand, because he was not realized soul. He was only outwardly like Muslim, but not realized soul in God, consciousness. So he could not understand. And he imprisoned Haridas Thakur. And those prisoners, they were happy to get association of Haridas Thakur. And he also blessed them. You remain as you are. Then they were disappointed to hear this. Then he understood that you misunderstood me. What I meant is, here you have no duty to do. In prison, you are getting food and nothing to do, so you can always chant Harinam. It's very good. You can chant Harinam, so this is what I meant. Not that you should suffer or something, but it's good for chanting Harinam here. You have time. Nothing else to do. So they were happy and they started chanting. Because Haridas Thakur is Uttamadikari, pure devotee. Anyone sees him, he will be inspired to chant Harinam. So they were chanting. Then again, Kazi told him, you should stop this chanting of that Hindu name. Then Haridas Thakur said, he threatened, I will kill you if you don't stop. Then Haridas Thakur said, yes, you can kill me. You can cut my body to pieces and my life air, pran, may go out from the body. But still, I will not stop chanting Harinam. Because who is I? I is the Atma. Atma is worshipping Paramatma, Supreme Lord. From Atma, all strength coming. Body has no. When Atma is present, then everything is working, otherwise not. So, Haridas Thakur is a realized soul. He knows I am Atma, and this eternal relation with Krishna no one can cut, and eternal devotion. So he said, even if you kill me, I will not stop chanting Harinam. That is Atma. No one can kill Atma, and no one can cut that devotion. So then, Chant Kazi, he wanted to give exemplary punishment. He was thinking then other Muslims, they will also follow his example. So he ordered his men to beat him to death, and also in 22 markets, so that all people will see what is the punishment if some Muslim will convert to Hindu and will do like him. So then they were beating him, and all people, they were very sorry to see this. They could not tolerate this. And they were beating him so hard that normal man would die in 2 markets beating. But Haridas Thakur was chanting Harinam all the time, and they were beating but could not kill him. Then, after 22 markets, they became afraid, executioners, that you did not die. Now Kazi will think we did not do our job good. He will kill us. Then Haridas Thakur said, I don't want to give you any trouble. And even before, Haridas Thakur was praying for their welfare. Though they were beating, like Jesus Christ on cross, he said, oh God, you please forgive them. They don't know what they are doing. Like that, Haridas Thakur, same, he was praying for their welfare. Not wanting to take revenge or something, no. Later on, Mahaprabhu told, when he blessed Haridas Thakur, that day when they were beating, I came with chakra there. I wanted to kill them all. But because you were praying for them, I could not kill them. And only I could embrace you, and I took all those beating on myself. You see, Mahaprabhu showed some scars there. So God is always protecting his devotees, sincere, pure devotees. God wanted to show that how devotees, they are tolerant as a tree. Like Prahlad Maharaj, Hiranyakashipu tried to kill him in so many ways. Here also, because Prahlad also inside Haridas, this was also shown, this extreme tolerance and protection by God. Then he said, I don't want to give you any trouble, so okay, I will die. Then he died. Means he went into samadhi, transcendental state, that deep meditation, and did not breathe even. Then Kazi came and he thought he really died. So he told he was Muslim, but because he converted to Hindu, we will not bury him like a Muslim. You throw him into Ganga, like Hindus they are doing. Then they threw his body into Ganga. That time Haridas Thakur again revived, came out from Samadhi and was swimming to the other side of Ganga and all the time chanting Harinam. Then Kazi and these people, they understood, oh, he's a real saint. Pir means Muslim saint. They thought he's a real saint. Then they begged forgiveness, and he also forgave and he blessed them. So such is the glory of devotee. And also it was in Fulia that, yes, by Haridas Thakur's grace, they were freed of their wicked misdeeds. The Nawab, that Kazi, gave Haridas Thakur official permission to go wherever he pleased and chant the holy names. He changed. Before he prohibited, but now he said, everywhere, wherever you go, you can chant Harinam. Harinam, Krishna's name, Hari's name. Then Haridas Thakur, when he met other Brahmins there, they were very sorry that this thing happened, and they were happy that Haridas Thakur came back. Then, like only devotee can say, no one else can say, he said, it was my due punishment, because sometime I heard some blasphemy of Vaishnavas, so it was right that I got such punishment. And I got less than I deserve. This is only devotees can say like this. It is not true, but there is such humbleness they have. Then also in that is Fulia. If you go there, you can see Haridas Thakur's Bhajan Kutir. Then after that, he came to Shantipur. That is not so far from Fulia. Shantipur, Advaita Acharya's house. And he was staying there with Advaita Acharya. And Advaita Acharya is Brahmin and teacher, guru. He's teaching Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, and very respected in society, household, and with sons, and preaching. But Haridas Thakur was Muslim and only chanting Harinam. But they both appreciated each other very much. Haridas Thakur appreciated Advaita Acharya's seva, and Advaita Acharya appreciated Haridas Thakur's seva, because they are doing what Krishna wants from them. We should not judge. Haridas Thakur did not translate any book, not open any temple, so he is not like great devotee. He didn't know. They're doing what Krishna wants. Then he was staying in one cave there, near Advaita Acharya's house, but he used to take prasad in Advaita Acharya's house. And in that cave, Haridas Thakur was chanting Harinam undisturbed, because always tasting the nectar, no any bodily consciousness or other things. Then people used to visit him there for darshan and ask some questions, but they noticed that there is very some heavy poisonous air coming there. They could not feel good. Then they understood that there is one snake here, very poisonous snake living in that cave, but Haridas Thakur did not even notice. Then they advised him, better you give up this place. It is not good. Then Haridas Thakur said, okay, if I will go, or no, when he said, okay, I will think, then that snake herself went out in front of everyone. Very big snake and poisonous air coming from her. Then everything was okay, and then they used to take darshan of Haridas Thakur nicely. And with Advaita Acharya they were discussing Krishna Katha, and also when now it is, tomorrow it will start, Pitri Paksha. The 14 days when you have to do annual Shraddh ceremony for deceased forefathers, Shraddh. So every year, 14 days that Pitri Paksha, so tomorrow will start. So on that time, Advaita Acharya also was doing this, because he is Brahmin, he is doing everything. So that time he offered that Shraddh plate, which was offered, that Bhoga offered to Bhagavan, that first, that plate prasad, you should give to the honorable guest, chief guest, honorable, highest. There were many Brahmins there, high class Brahmins, but Advaita Acharya gave to Haridas Thakur. And Haridas Thakur was hesitant, no, why you are giving me? I am the lowest of mankind, I am sinful, I am this. Then Advaita Acharya said, no, you are the best of all humanity, you are a pure devotee. I am not going against Shastra. It is in Shastra that if I can feed Vaishnava, that is like feeding millions of Brahmins. So I'm not doing anything wrong. You have to accept. If you will go Shantipur, Advaita Acharya's house, there is one bhajan kutir of Haridas Thakur, and Mahamantra is always going on. So they were doing such pastime, and when Mahaprabhu appeared, they were together, Advaita Acharya and Haridas, and they felt transcendental bliss, and they were dancing together. But they could not understand that time what was happening. Only they felt the transcendental bliss. And also, it happened when he was in this cave in Shantipur, near Advaita Acharya's house, that one night Maya Devi came. Again, very beautiful woman form, and fragrance, and nice movement. She came to Haridas that you are so beautiful. I want to be with you. You please fulfill my desire. Then Haridas Thakur said, yes, I will fulfill your desire, but I made one vow. I have to chant this much Harinam in 1 month, so I did not yet finish my rounds. So after I will finish, then I will fulfill your desire. You sit here and you hear Harinam. Then like that same thing happened 3 nights. Then on 3rd night, Then Maya Devi opened. She revealed herself. Actually, I'm Maya Devi. I came to test you, but you passed the test. You are a real devotee. Krishna told Devi Hesha Gunamai Mama Maya Durate Mam Evaje Prapadyante Mayamitan Tarantite. No one can cross Maya except one who is surrendered to Krishna. By Krishna's will he can. So Haridas Thakur proved here that even Maya personified could not disturb Haridas Thakur. Then she also fully surrendered to him and said, before I got the name of Ram, that was like Tarak Brahmanam, to liberate me. But now, in your association, I'm inclined to chant Krishna Nam, to get Krishna Prem. So you please give me, you initiate me into Krishna Nam. Then again Haridas Thakur initiated Maya Devi into Hare Krishna Mahamantra. And also yes, here that pastime is mentioned that Haridas Thakur, when that snake was there, he said, okay, in the evening I will go out from that cave. But already before that, that snake went out. And also it happened in Fulia also that there was one snake charmer. I also saw in Mayapur, sometimes they come and they play flute, and then that snake is cobra, is like moving, like a show on the street you can see sometimes. So that snake charmer, he was playing flute and he was singing the pastime of Krishna subduing Kali, a snake, in Vrindavan. When Haridas Thakur heard that Krishna Lila, he became overwhelmed with ecstasy and he fell on the ground and was rolling and Ha Krishna, and all ecstatical symptoms. Then all people, they felt that bhav, it touched them, and they gave respect to Haridas Thakur as a great saint. Then another one, Brahmin, was observing this, and he also wanted to get respect. That is why pure devotees, they should be amanina, should not desire respect. Then you cannot chant Harinam. But he desired respect. That is worldly desire. That is not service of Krishna. Then he also started rolling down there and Ha Krishna. But all people, they understood he is a fake. And that snake charmer also he could understand, because he was also under the influence of that Nag, Ananta Nag. He could understand immediately that he is a fake, and he started beating him. So our Gurudev said even common men, they can understand what is fake and what is real. If they get the feeling of real saint, real sadhu, then they can, in comparison, they can also understand someone faking. Here Gurudev is mentioning that Haridas Thakur was loudly chanting, calling to the Lord, and before Mahaprabhu no one understood the value of this practice. Only some few devotees, they were chanting in Advaita Acharya's house. Then one time one Brahmana, one rascal Brahmana from village named Harinadi, in Jessore district, he started arguing with Haridas Thakur that you can meditate on the names of Supreme Lord. What is the necessity of loudly chanting? And also now Vishnu is sleeping, you are loudly chanting, you will disturb. Then Haridas Thakur told, and he challenged him, in which Shastra this is written, that you have to loudly chant? Then Haridas Thakur gave him detailed explanation of the glories of Harinam from Shastra, and he told that loud chanting of holy names is 100 times more powerful than jap. Jap means mentally to repeat, but kirtan means loudly. Through the loud chanting of the names, even the birds, animals, and other creatures are also saved. They cannot chant Harinam, but they can hear, and trees, and they can hear, and they will be rescued. So our Gurudev explained, if someone is cooking only for himself and eating, that is not as good as if someone is cooking and he's himself eating and also distributing to so many others. So who is better? So one who is loudly chanting is better. That is why Mahaprabhu did this Nagar Sankirtan, and his associates, they are doing Nagar Sankirtan to spread Harinam, loud chanting, and book distribution, that is Brihad Mridanga, Harikatha distribution, that is compassion to all jivas. Then Haridas Thakur, he quoted from Shastra, from Naradiya Puran, Japato Harinamani stane shata gunadikaha atmanam cha punati uchair japan shrotrin punati cha. Someone who chants the holy names aloud is 100 times better than one who performs japa, because the one who chants japa silently simply benefits himself, while the person who chants aloud not only does good for himself, but for all those who hear him as well. But of course, this chanting should be proper chanting, not for name and fame. Like, I'm a great devotee, I will rescue everyone loudly chanting. No. Sincere chanting, kirtan bhakti, then that will help all others. But though Haridas Thakur gave scriptural evidence that Brahmin could not accept, he became angry and he started to abuse Haridas Thakur by saying, you are a low birth. That is also offense to Vaishnava. Vaishnava Jati Buddhi. Then that Brahmin said, if everything that you say about the holy name is not found in the scripture, then I will publicly cut off your nose and ear as a punishment. As a result of this offensive behavior, the Brahmana contracted smallpox not long afterward, and his own nose and ear fell off. So we should not commit offense to real Vaishnava. This is the first offense to Harinam, Satang Ninda, to criticize those who are chanting Harinam and spreading Harinam. That is the most dangerous offense of all to Harinam, and to disrespect Guru. All other offenses, our Gurudev, they are not so heavy, but these two are very heavy. To criticize devotees, especially those who are acharyas in spreading the holy name and bona fide Guru. And then Haridas Thakur also moved to Chandpur, near Saptagram Triveni. Saptagram means birthplace of Raghunath Das Goswami. You can visit there, that house is still there. So there near he stayed, and there Raghunath Das Goswami used to come. He was very small boy at that time, as a child, he used to come to Haridas Thakur and bow down to him and pray for his grace, and he heard Harinam. So that is why in future, by that Sukriti, he got so many things. Of course, Raghunath Das Goswami is eternal personal associate of Krishna, but playing the pastime of sadhaka. So this was the cause of his good fortune, to get darshan of pure devotee and hear Harinam from him. And Srila Bhakti Rakshidhar Dev Goswami Maharaj also told that Haridas Thakur sometimes used to give some sweets to small boys. He will give sweet and he will then tell them, you chant Hare Krishna, you chant. Giving sweet, you chant. He used to encourage them to chant Harinam, small boys. And father and uncle of Raghunath Das Goswami, they also had some assemblies there for discussing Shastra. So when they heard that Haridas Thakur came, they also invited him to that program. And naturally, because Haridas Thakur was present, naturally topic came on chanting Harinam. Then the question, what is the glory of chanting Harinam in Shastra? Then Brahmins, someone said, if someone chants Harinam, then all his sinful activities will be destroyed. Then someone said, no, one will get liberation from this world if one will chant. Then Haridas Thakur said, that is not the real effect or benefit of chanting Harinam. This is only side effect. The real effect is one will develop love of Godhead. And about this liberation, even Nama Bhas, glimpse of holy name, can give you liberation. That is nothing like very big result. It is side effect and only by glimpse. Then one Brahmin, Gopal, Chakravarti, he became angry. He said, what you are saying? The Gyanis, they are performing so many austerities and meditation, everything in many lives, they are unable to get that Brahma Gyan and liberation. And you are saying only by Nama Bhas one will get so easily. That is not true. It is nowhere in scripture. And he said, if it is not in the scripture, wait, let me find. Yes, that Brahmana became even angrier. Yes. Haridas Thakur said, the pleasure of liberation is insignificant when compared to the ecstasy of devotion. Just a glimpse of devotion or a glimpse of the holy name will easily produce liberation. The Brahmana became even angrier and said, Haridas Thakur must swear that he will cut off his nose if one is not liberated by Namabhas. Haridas Thakur had no trouble agreeing to this, but the rest of the people in the assembly were shocked by Gopal's breach of proper etiquette towards great personality. They removed him out, they criticized him, and they begged Haridas Thakur to please forgive him. Then Haridas, I have no problem. It is his nature, his argumentative nature. So Vaishnava never takes any offense, but Supreme Lord does not tolerate. So he himself contracted leprosy, and his nose, very beautiful nose, melted and fell off due to leprosy because of committing offense to Haridas Thakur. And everyone glorified the Haridas Thakur's spiritual power. But Haridas Thakur was distressed. He does not want to see anyone suffer. That is the heart of a Vaishnava. Then after that, Haridas Thakur came to stay in Navadip. He wanted to be close to Vaishnavas like Advaita Acharya and those who were assembling there in his house. Vishwarup, there also Mahaprabhu was coming. And then when Mahaprabhu came back from Gaya, then the Sankirtan pastimes happening. Then in Srivas Thakur's house, they were doing Kirtan. There Haridas Thakur was participating. And also in Nagar Sankirtan to chant Kazi, there was unlimited devotees going with loud chanting Harinam to chant Kazi's house. He became afraid. Then Mahaprabhu said, don't be afraid. I'm like your nephew. Yes. So you don't worry. Then Mahaprabhu had some discussion with him and told him that in Quran also it is written. And then Chant Kazi opened that actually that night when I broke the mridanga, that night I had one dream and one strange figure came. He sat on my chest. I could not move. He was half lion, half man, and he was threatening me. Like you broke mridanga, now I will tear your chest here. Then Chandkai said, no, I will not do anymore. Then that is Nrishinga Bhagavan, means Chaitanya Mahaprabhu taking the form of Nrishinga Bhagavan. He told, if you will again stop my kirtan, then I will tear you up. Then Chand Kazi told to Mahaprabhu, I got the dream. Since that day, I don't want to stop kirtan. And Mahaprabhu also touched him. That time he got prem by the grace of Mahaprabhu. Previously, in Krishna Lila, he is Kanksa Maharaj. In Gaur Lila, he is Chant Kazi. In Krishna Lila, being killed by Krishna, he got liberation. But here, in Navadip, he got prem, became great devotee, and he wrote down will that no one in future should stop Sankirtan, and he himself was doing Kirtan, became pure devotee. If you go Navadip Dham, there is Chant Kazi Samadhi Mandir. His Samadhi, and Mahaprabhu saw one Champaka flower tree from Golok Vrindavan. There is Chant Kazi Samadhi, and both Muslims and Hindus, means devotees, they are going there to pay obeisance and to pray for his grace. And also one day Mahaprabhu called Haridas Thakur and Nityananda Prabhu. You go from door to door and you tell to the people that actually they have eternal relation with Krishna and that they should worship him by chanting Harinam. You go out and preach Nam Sankirtan. And you beg them, don't demand or force or threaten, no, you beg them, like alms, like sannyasis. They were dressed like sannyasis. That forum. Then, sannyas means for preaching. So here also it is shown, some say there is no sannyas in Gauriya, but that is wrong. Nityananda and Haridas, it is written there, they were in the forum of sannyasis when they were preaching, on the order of Mahaprabhu. Then, Mahaprabhu told, and you report to me. And if someone will not accept, then I will kill him with chakra. Then they were going from door to door and they were begging. And everyone started chanting Harinam. And then they met Jagai Madai. Then, you know the story, we are hearing on it, Ananta Caturdashi. There, they became angry. Who are you? Then they start running because they wanted to beat them. Jagai Madai wanted to beat Nityananda and Haridas Thakur. They were running away, and Haridas Thakur was more old, so he could barely escape. But Nityananda was having fun. Then when they came to Mahaprabhu, then Haridas Thakur said to Mahaprabhu that actually I don't want to go out in preaching with this Nityananda Prabhu. Today almost I got killed because of him, so I cannot go with him anymore preaching. But Haridas Thakur understood. Nityananda Prabhu, he is very merciful to them. Surely they will be rescued. Then Nityananda Prabhu rescued them. And also when Mahaprabhu was doing drama in Chandrasekharacharya's house, Chaitanya Mat, there Haridas Thakur also was playing one part as a policeman, village policeman in drama. And also he had to tell Haridas Thakur's duty in the play was to awake everyone for the service of Sri Krishna. He cried out, "Wake up, wake up, wake up." So Haridas Thakur, the ocean of Krishna Rasa, danced beautifully on Mahaprabhu's order when they were doing Nagar Sankirtan in Navadip. Even now they are doing. All Mahaprabhu Leelas, they are eternally going on in Navadip, but only those who are fortunate, who have spiritual eyes, they can see now, even now. And he also heard that Mahaprabhu will take sannyas. Then he became depressed like everyone else. How this is possible? Then when Mahaprabhu went to Puri, Haridas Thakur also came there. But he did not enter into Jagannath temple nor in Kashi Mishra's house. Always he stayed distant out of humbleness, and he begged Mahaprabhu, "You give me some secluded place in some garden. I will stay there. No pujaris of Jagannath will touch me. I am impure, but I will stay there and I will do Harinam." Then Mahaprabhu gave him that Siddha Bakul. There was no Bakul tree that time. He gave him that garden, but then Mahaprabhu came one day with the toothstick of Jagannath. Pandas, sometimes you can get that toothstick they offer to Jagannath. So Mahaprabhu came there and threw that toothstick in the ground, and immediately tree grew there, big tree, to give shade to Haridas Thakur. He will stay there under that tree, and Haridas Thakur was chanting Harinam all the time. Hearing that Harinam, that tree became Siddha. The Bakul tree, Siddha Bakul, perfected soul tree by hearing Haridas Thakur. Yesterday I got one piece of that Siddha Bakul. One devotee gave me just yesterday, so I put on head today also. That is, now you cannot get, that is old. Now they don't allow, but there you can get darshan and touch. So there Haridas Thakur is doing bhajan, Harinam. And when Rupa Goswami and Sanatana Goswami, when they came to Puri, they also stayed with Haridas Thakur in his place. They were also thinking, we are like Muslims, so we cannot enter Jagannath temple, and they were staying with Haridas Thakur. And Haridas Thakur was saying to Sanatana Goswami, "You are the most dear associate of Mahaprabhu. He will do so many things through you. He prohibited you to commit suicide because he wants to do so many things through you. You are very fortunate." Then Sanatana Goswami says, "No, actually you are most fortunate, because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he appeared in this world only to introduce this Nama Sankirtan, and he is doing this through you. You are fulfilling that. You are both chanting and preaching Harinam. Some people, they are doing practice but not preaching. Some people, they are only preaching but not doing practice. But you are doing both. You are real acharya. You are practicing and you are preaching. Namacharya, Haridas. So again, there was mutual appreciation of devotion, though outwardly it was different style. Haridas Thakur chanting and Sanatana Goswami writing so many books and establishing deity worship and that preaching there in Vrindavan. So they know they are both doing what is their duty to Supreme Lord. And though Haridas Thakur never visited Jagannath temple, and he also never visited the place where Mahaprabhu was staying, that Radha Kanta Mat or Kashi Mishra Bhavan. If you go to Puri, that you can see that Kashi Mishra and Gambira. He never entered there, but Supreme Lord himself, means Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, daily used to come to Haridas Thakur to discuss Krishna Katha with him. Around 10 a.m. I heard from Srila Bhakti Puri Maharaj. 10 a.m. he used to go there every day. And he sent Prasad, Jagannath Prasad, through Govinda, his servant, Mahaprabhu's servant. He sent to Haridas Thakur every day. Such affection. And there Mahaprabhu used to ask this, what we are hearing in Harinam Chintamani. Mahaprabhu used to discuss Krishna Katha with Haridas Thakur and also asking question about chanting. So that you will find in Harinam Chintamani. And also Haridas Thakur was participating in Ratha Yatra festival. That time Jagannath is coming out. So he was in that one Kirtan group, and he was in the third group. He was the principal dancer. Mukunda Datta was the main singer in that group, and Haridas Thakur was dancer. And also there in Gundicha, he was cleaning and taking prasad, but little after, he always was very humble, and Mahaprabhu was very satisfied with him. His heart was cracking, seeing Haridas Thakur's humility. And Mahaprabhu also told how these Muslims, Mlechas, how they will be rescued. He asked Haridas Thakur. Then Haridas Thakur said, because by chanting Nama Abbas, they are saying haram, haram, haram. When they see pig, they say, oh, bad, very bad. But haram, there is Ram name, and haram, so they will chant that Nama Abbas, they will be liberated. Then Mahaprabhu, but how these other creatures, animals, trees, birds, how they will be rescued? Then Haridas Thakur said, you inaugurated, you introduced Nagar Sankirtan. This is how they will be rescued, by loud chanting of Harinam. So they were speaking. So there are many pastimes in Puri. Then one day, Govinda, servant of Mahaprabhu, he brought Mahaprasad to Haridas Thakur, and he saw Haridas Thakur is lying down and very slowly chanting Harinam. Slowly and with little voice. Then Govinda said, what happened? Are you ill? He said, yes, I'm not good. My body is okay, but I cannot chant my fixed number of Harinam. So I don't feel I cannot take prasad. Unless I finish my rounds, how I can take prasad? But also, I should not disrespect Jagannath Prasad when it is coming we have to accept prasad to satisfy one who is giving. So Supreme Lord is giving his mercy. If we accept, then he will be satisfied. So we should not refuse. So he said, but I will take 1 liter to 3 rice, I will take just to honor prasad. Then Govinda reported to Mahaprabhu that Haridas Thakur is not good. Immediately Mahaprabhu came there. What happened? What is wrong? He said, I am not good, I cannot chant, so I want to go from this world. This is useless, my existence, if I cannot chant my numbers. Then Mahaprabhu told, you are already Siddha Mahatma, you are perfected soul. When someone is perfected soul, then by nature, like breathing, he is always doing devotion to Krishna. That is Siddha. Sadhaka is one who is practicing to become Siddha. So Mahaprabhu told him, you are already Siddha Mahatma. It is not necessary for you to practice like fixed number and this, because all the time you are chanting and you are fully surrendered to Krishna, you are pure, you are always satisfying Krishna, so there is no need to like show that to others. You can chant less Harinam, like counting. Then Haridas Thakur said, actually this is not the real problem. The real problem is I was thinking of Leelas, your Leelas in different avatars. I was thinking those Leelas, so always it happens that after some time then you disappear from this world. So I'm thinking you will also disappear soon in this Leela, and if you will disappear, I cannot tolerate that separation grief, so you please allow me. I want to go before you. I will go from this world before you. Then Mahaprabhu said, how I will live without your association? I'm here because of you. Then Haridas Thakur said, if like one ant is removed from this world, what is the loss for this world? Nothing. Mahaprabhu, with whom I will associate in this world when you will not be here? They said, I'm like one insignificant and no loss, nothing. Like this they were speaking. Then Haridas Thakur said, no, I want to go before you. I cannot see your disappearance pastime. That is too much painful for me. You please allow me. Then Mahaprabhu said, I don't want, but you are pure devotee, so Krishna will fulfill your desire. The next day, Mahaprabhu came with his associates, 10 a.m., and Haridas Thakur was there, and all were chanting Harinam. Loudly chanting Harinam, and Haridas Thakur was he put the lotus feet of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu on his chest and embracing and looking at the face of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Whole life Haridas Thakur was chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. But now, at the time of his departure, he was looking at the beautiful lotus face of Mahaprabhu and keeping his lotus feet on chest and was chanting repeatedly, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, and then he left this world. Then there was loud kirtan, and Mahaprabhu told he disappeared like Bhishma, voluntarily. When he desired, he went. So now the earth is bereft of jewel. This earth lost this jewel, and Mahaprabhu took that body of Haridas Thakur on his shoulder and was dancing and chanting and carrying that body everywhere in great ecstasy. Then he said, I will do samadhi. And he went to ocean, and in ocean he bathed that body, transcendental body of Haridas Thakur, and he said, today this ocean became place of pilgrimage because Haridas Thakur's body was washed. And then they made a hole, and with all proper rituals and salt and earth, everyone threw earth on samadhi, and all the time kirtan was going on. Then they covered and put tulsi on top, that samadhi. Then Mahaprabhu went to beg for Jagannath Prasad to temple. I want to beg for Haridas Thakur's departure festival. And they gave. And Mahaprabhu wanted to carry himself with his own hand, but Sarup Damodar and others, they stopped him. No, we will carry. So there were so many devotees there. It is on the beach in Puri, Haridas Thakur's Samadhi. If you go there, you can see. Then both Bhajan Kutir and Samadhi is there in Puri of Haridas Thakur. And one is in Fulia. Like if you come to our mat, Bhajan Kutir of Parangurudev and Samadhi. And also Bhajan Kutir of Gurudev and Samadhi. And in other mats you will find. So there also you will find Bhajan Kutir Siddha Bakul and Samadhi. There is some distance you have to go. So then Mahaprabhu, he seated all the devotees, and there was loud kirtan all the time going on. Then Mahaprabhu seated all devotees, and with his own hand he was distributing prasad. And so much that like for 5 people to 1 person, because his hand was very big, and he told to all devotees, today is departure of Haridas Thakur, today everyone has to take up to their neck prasad. That is allowed only on such festival, and for the satisfaction of Krishna and that devotee, then you will not have problem. Otherwise, you should not overeat. But only on such, if you do with proper honor, with proper target, then you will not have problem. But if you do with enjoyment, spirit, then you will have to suffer. But that time Mahaprabhu gave to everyone prasad for 5 persons. And also he was singing the glories of Haridas Thakur as if with 5 mouths, saying. And they also did parikrama around Samadhi. Then Mahaprabhu told, all those who witnessed Haridas Thakur's Disappearance festival, who participated in it by dancing or singing the holy names, who offered scent on his Samadhi or took Mahaprasad on this occasion, will quickly attain Krishna. This is the fruit of seeing a great personality like Haridas Thakur. So, any connection with that departure festival, you will get Krishna Prem. Mahaprabhu gave blessing. Because this is the fruit of having connection with pure devotee like Haridas Thakur. This is the fruit of seeing a great personality like Haridas Thakur. The Supreme Lord is so merciful that he gave me Haridas's association, and now the independent Lord has again wished to deprive me of that association. When Haridas Thakur decided that he wanted to leave, there was nothing I could do to keep him back. He left his body at the very moment that he desired to do so. just as we have heard that Bhishma did. Haridas was the exemplar of humanity in this world, and now that he is gone, the world has lost a jewel. All glories to Haridas Thakur. Jai Srila Haridas Thakur ki Jai. Sing the Lord holy names, Mahaprabhu told. Having finished his eulogy, the Lord began to dance once again. Haridas Thakur's Tirodhan Lila, means disappearance pastime, took place on the 14th day of the waxing moon in the month of Bhadra, means on today's Titi. Haridas Thakur disappeared from this world. It is very auspicious day. Tomorrow is Purnima. Vishwarup took sannyas. Tomorrow is also last day of Harismaran Mahotsav month. So many festivals, the Rupa Goswami, Janmashtami, Radhashtami, all this is all within Harismaran Mahotsav. Have to follow all this for remembrance of Krishna. So on today's day, Haridas Thakur disappeared. I am remembering his bhajan kutirs there in Shantipur and Fulya and also in Puri and Samadhi. I am bowing down to his lotus feet and praying for his causeless mercy to forgive any offenses I did to his lotus feet, and pray for his causeless mercy to bestow service of his lotus feet and the lotus feet of his object of worship, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Radha Krishna. There you will find in Harinam Chintamani, Mahaprabhu is asking in Puri, Haridas Thakur, about the glory of the name. So Haridas Thakur is explaining Nam Tattva, and then he is explaining what is Nama Parat, what is Nama Bhas, and what is Shuddhanam, which are the offenses and how to remove them. And then also he is explaining about Seva Aparadas to the deity. He said, I am not doing deity worship myself, but I will tell you what is written in scriptures about Seva Aparadas, he is telling. And then in the last chapter, 15th chapter, he is explaining about bhajan. When one is chanting pure holy name, then from within his heart he will realize his eternal spiritual form and how he can enter into Lila Seva. That also Haridas Thakur is explaining. Sakhi, Manjari, that all Seva, Ashtakalya, Lila, everything is explained. Because everything is revealed in his heart only by Harinam. He was never initiated into Diksha mantras. He never did any deity worship. He said, I am not doing deity worship. So only I can tell from Shastra. But by Harinam, he got everything. Pure chanting. Everything revealed in his heart, and that Manjari, Seva, everything. So, that book Bhaktivinoda Thakur wrote, then after that book he wrote as a sequel, as a second part or as a continuation to Harinam Chintamani is Bhajan Rahasya, which we are hearing during Kartik time. But the point is, first we have to come to platform of pure chanting. In purified heart and without offenses, then that bhajan will manifest in our heart, that lila and seva in lila, that will manifest. Haridas Thakur explained, and Bhaktivinoda Thakur also explained that day I forgot to tell on the appearance day of Bhaktivinoda Thakur, that during Kartik Vrata, we are also singing these songs given by Bhaktivinoda Thakur, explanation of Shikastaka, Pita Bharana Kali Pavana Gora, those kirtans. And Tu Hudaya Sagara, Taruite Prani, Namaneka Tu Ashika Olyani. And Shri Krishna Kirtane Jodi Manasa Tuhara. Paramajana Tohi Lovodikara. Those songs we are singing, and also we are singing Lila songs, Ashtakali Lila, based on Govinda Lilamrita. Bhakti Thakur gave us songs so that we can remember that Lila and get grit to attain that Lila. Deke Yaruna Doy, Brinda Devi Bestuhai. That's all from Bhakti Thakur, everything. Gauriya Mat minus Bhakti Thakur is zero. Everything is coming from Bhakti. And in the last Lila, he said, what is the purpose? Esuko Shayana Smori, Baja Mana Radha Hari, Seilila Probeshero Yashe. O my mind, you please worship Radha Krishna by remembering their Lila. Esuko Shayana Smori, this sweet pastime, pleasant pastime of sleep of Radha Krishna, Esuko Shayana Smori, Bhajamana Radha Hari. O my mind, you worship Radha Krishna. Esuko Shayana Smari, by remembering, my mind, you worship Radha Krishna. Esuko Shayana Smari, Bhajamana Radha Hari. Seilila Proveshe Royashe. I am doing this with the desire to enter into that lila for service. So that is ultimate goal of life for Jiva, to get seva in lila of Radha Krishna. So today is Haridas Thakur's disappearance day. I am praying for his causeless mercy. And tomorrow is full moon day, on which day Vishwarup, elder brother of Mahaprabhu, took sannyas. And also tomorrow is total lunar eclipse, and it is visible in most parts of the world. So we have to observe it by those rules and regulations, not to look at moon and close all windows, and that nothing is visible, and not eat, not sleep, not drink that time, not cook, all this, only chanting Harinam. But we will have that Harikatha that is also coming in between. We will hear Harikatha about Vishwarup Mahotsav. Hari Kirtan is allowed. Hari Kirtan is Nam Kirtan, Harikatha, all is Nam, all is Hari Kirtan. So tomorrow. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hari Bolo, 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 Hari Bolo. Jai Shri Shri Guru Gauranga Gandharvika Giridhari Ji की जय. जय श्री श्री गुरु गौरांग श्री श्री राधा मदन मोहन पंचतत्त्वात्मक श्री गौर हरि की जय. जय श्री श्री गुरु गौरांग श्री श्री राधा नयननाथ जी की जय. जय श्री गौर नित्यानंद प्रभु की जय. जय श्री जगन्नाथ देव की जय. जय पतित पावन शिला गुरुदेव की जय. जय शिला परम गुरुदेव की जय. जय शिला प्रभुपाद की जय. जय श्री रूपानुग गुरुवर की जय. जय श्री पंचतत्व प्रभु की जय. जय श्री वृंदा देवी तुलसी देवी की जय. जय सर्वविघ्न विनाशनकारी श्री नृसिंह देव की जय. जय शिला जय श्री अनंत चतुर्दशी व्रत की जय. जय श्री शिला हरिदास ठाकुरेर तिरुवाप्तिथि पूजा महामहोत्सव की जय. जय श्री शिला भक्ति विज्ञान भारती गोस्वामी महाराजेर तिरुवाप्तिथि पूजा महामहोत्सव की जय. जय अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय. जय समागत भक्त वृंद की जय. जय श्री हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जय. गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि बोल. थैंक यू ऑल. दंडवत प्रणाम. हरि बोल.